Hello everyone. Just a quick economic calendar update for the 2nd of February 2015. Today we've just finished the Super Bowl, so many of you will have been preoccupied with that, and the trading session, luckily for yourselves, is fairly quiet. The market is really focused on tomorrow's RBA decision to kick the week off. However, we do have some data to look for, so let's have a quick discussion on that. In just over 3 hours' time, we have the beginnings of the manufacturing PMI coming out of Europe. And as you can see, we've got Italy, France, Germany, the Eurozone, Greece, all coming out together. Now, as you can see by the consensus, we have all the economies expected to come in quite weak, meaning that they are coming in under the watermark of 50, and anything under 50 suggests a contraction, and anything above 50 suggests an expansion. So Italy is obviously not performing real well, and neither is France in the current economic conditions. And everybody's fully aware that Europe is getting pulled down by Greece. So we'll have to keep an eye on those figures, but they're expected to come in weak. They make up a small part of the overall PMI for Europe. However, it is still painting a picture to the economy of exactly what's going on. The expectation is that Germany, being the only economy that is going okay, but it's well documented that they are getting pulled down, is actually still going to maintain above the 50 mark, which is quite good, but it's still sliding backwards towards the 50 as every couple of months moves on. Overall, we're expected a slight reduction as well in the overall Eurozone. And the result of these could actually, if they all come in weak or worse than expected, could actually just start to kick the week off with some Euro weakness. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Other than that, we've only got some ISM manufacturing data expected to come out, and that's expected to come out flat. But any positive uptick in this could definitely see the US dollar come back into strength. So considering that we don't have a lot of data coming out tonight of major focus that the market is really eager to get their hands on, I suggest that the market could be quite subdued, and we could see some range-bound markets, especially considering last week we finished off with great falls in New Zealand, the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, and so forth. And since we have the RBA decision tomorrow, that could all come on and go into a bit of a holding pattern, and the market is anticipating that the RBA is going to potentially announce an interest rate cut. However, the consensus on this is very divided, and I'll talk more on this in detail tomorrow, but the market is torn between whether we actually will get a rate cut or whether they will just put out some very firm guidance that they're expecting to jump in and intervene very soon with a rate cut. And depending on that will depend on the variance of negative tone that the market will take on board. But we'll discuss that more tomorrow. If you tune in later on, I will be putting out a technical video. We'll have a look at the charts and we'll see if there's any opportunities for tonight. However, it looks like it's going to be a fairly quiet one. I'm going to send out just a quick video on boredom, the killer of accounts, and maybe that applies tonight, considering the economic data, I should say, is going to be fairly subdued. So keep yourselves out of trouble and remain patient, and we'll see what we can come up with. Until tomorrow, trade well.